Welcome to Mind, Body, and Emotions is Your World, the podcast that brings energy, heart, and insight to life's big topics, from the economy and fitness to spirit and soul. Each episode lifts you up with real talk and vibes that lock you into what truly matters. Take a breath. Embrace the moment. Your journey to a fuller life starts now. You're now listening to your host, Joe Aponte.
Welcome to Mind, Body, and Emotions is Your World, the podcast where wellness meets real life, produced by Tammy HCSS. I am your host, Joe Aponte. A quick heads up before we dive in. This podcast is all about sharing personal perspectives, of which you can share your opinion on any of our episodes by joining our Tammy HCSS server on Discord. Because our server is not yet discoverable, which is a freaking bummer, but that's okay. Please head over to our website at tammyhcss.com and where a pop-up invitation will show. There are many topics to chime in on, and we would like for you to join our XY Initiative community on our Discord server. While we explore a wide range of topics on this podcast, from wellness and fitness to science and economics, everything shared here is opinion-based, as it is on our Discord server. We're not offering professional advice. We're not telling you what to do, nor do we claim to be experts in any specific field. So if you're seeking guidance on any of the subjects we touch on, we encourage you to connect with qualified professionals who can support you directly and answer any questions you may have regarding health, regarding, whatever topic that we were discussing, and you have any questions, well, go to that particular professional. All right. And that's pretty much it for that. But anyway, let's get to the name of the title of this episode, which is episode 4, Are We Victims of Brainwashing? Boy. While AI is an amazing technological invention, it is also a very big threat to our existence as humans. Don't take my word for it. People like Elon Musk, which is at this point the richest man on the planet, Sam Altman, all right, OpenAI, ChatGPT, yada, 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 and many others also admits that it is an existential threat. So, if that is the case, why in the world are we advancing it to achieve the status of artificial superintelligence? It blows my mind. I'm dumbfounded. It's like this. It's like I know that putting a firearm in my hands and putting it in my head, right, and pulling the trigger will possibly, end my life. But I'm going to see if I can survive it, right? Can I survive it? Yes or no? Let's try it out, please. It makes no sense. Really? Is there anyone out there in control of their own senses? Come on now. It's almost like these people are under some control, and where they are semi-conscious of what they are doing and know that it is extremely dangerous and poses a threat to our existence. But they continue anyway, regardless of the consequences. I mean, I don't get it. It's like they're under some type of trance they can't, get out of. It's like they're addicted. It's either two things. One is that they are under some kind of control or spell or whatever you want to call it, and therefore addicted. Or two, they are pure evil and could care less about the consequences, or you and I. They are not the only ones, though, to blame here. No, they're not the only ones. Our leaders are just as responsible for what is going on and what's about to happen as well. Oh, not me. No. I was totally against it. It was a 5-1 vote. No. Hogwash. In case people are wondering about the loss of jobs, is that really surprising? And let's just say the numbers that they brought out was true and all that other stuff, right? Because they're saying they're not true. All right. So now there's yes, true, not true. Who cares, right? Oh, it's the orange man's fault. Yeah, that's it. The orange man. That's responsible. It's Donald Trump's fault. Yep, that's it. It's those freaking tariffs that got us. No. Newsflash. It's our fault. Yeah. To begin with, all right, creators like Elon Musk, and I keep saying that because they're the biggest player on the block, and Sam Altman have been, obviously, wait a second. Don't forget Facebook, Zuckerberg, and all of those freaking characters. All right, they have been making appearances on widely populated podcasts. Joe Rogan's show, for example, being a prime example, to share their insights. Right? They want to share their insights, and that's just one. All right, one show. There are plenty of others, major platforms they've spoken on as well, even on public TV. Maybe you have caught it or not. I don't know. All you have to do is just look for it. It's all there. They have them on camera. So what does that have to do with brainwashing, you may be asking yourself? I would say to you, let's just put it this way. Who in their right minds would allow such an invention to proceed unabated, knowing of the possible existential threats to humanity? You think our government and other governments around the world are innocent and would never attempt to brainwash us. No, they don't want to brainwash the masses in order to rule over them and have some kind of strong influence on them. If you believe that, then I have to politely, gently, with lots of love, tell you, you are a victim of mental conditioning. Perfect example. Picture perfect. For those of you who have listened to some of my past episodes on the old Mind, Body, and Emotion show, I try to tell people all about the truth of thought, belief, emotions, actions, which encompasses either kinetic or vocal energy or both. It is how we operate on this planet of ours, or in this realm, if you will. All right. The study of brainwashing has started, in my opinion, after World War II, and it hasn't slowed down. There are powerful organizations and governments who have been on a quest to control the entire planet and everyone in it on a granular level. Oh, come on, Joe, you're crazy. Nah, that's not happening. Well, guess what? Time will tell, but in this case, if I am right, we're doomed. It would be too late. Then came MK Ultra. It was a covert CIA program launched in 1953 to explore mind control techniques using drugs like LSD, hypnosis, and psychological torture. Like zapping you, like zap, zap, zap. Right? This is crazy. Its goal was to develop methods for integration and behavioral manipulation, often without subjects' consent. That's right. They didn't care whether you wanted to participate or not. They took you. That's crazy. It's wild, but it's true, and you need to look into it. The project was initiated by CIA Director Allen Dulles and led by Sidney Gottlieb, a chemist who oversaw many of his most extreme experiments. It was officially halted in 1973 and exposed to the public in 1975 during congressional investigations. You know how that goes, right? Congressional investigations, right? Does that sound familiar? MK Ultra may have somewhat ended, but the quest for controlling the public did not. All right? Fast forwarding you into more modern times. Cognitive warfare is the new word now in days. And yeah, it's a real thing. You bet your bottom dollar it is. However, before we go on and before we go there, it is important to understand that President Barack Obama, let me repeat, President Barack Obama, what a nice guy, on April 2nd, 2013, approved the BRAIN Initiative. Now, obviously, they sold it under the auspices of finding cures for brain disease like Alzheimer's and other diseases and, you know, maybe autism and all these other, you know, stuff. And, oh, it made me feel so good inside, right? Oh, man, what a guy, what a guy. Hey, this was wonderful. Oh, my God, such breakthroughs we can have. All we have to do is just map the whole brain and know every little function of it, and we can find these cures. Oh, wow, what a wonderful thing. They wanted to dive deep into how everything is connected and how everything works neurologically, so on and so forth, even your thoughts. Now, you can ask Zuckerberg about that one. Let me tell you something. That guy is dangerous. Are you connecting the dots yet? Huh? Everything they do, they claim is for the public's interest, safety, or health. Now, how can you agree? I mean, how can you argue with that and agree to the fact that, oh, that's a bad thing? It's impossible. It's great. Forget about it. Go. Do it. Let's do it. Let's find some cures. Absolutely. Let's take AI for an example. All right, I'm going to go back to AI. We must move forward into the future of mankind and even solve all kinds of illnesses and find the holy grail of youth, etc., etc., etc. That's what they say to you. However, we are so brainwashed by the wonderful words of inspiration and stated possibilities of unimaginable breakthroughs that we forgot the flip side of the coin. There's always two sides. Remember, there are only two sides to all things. That's just my belief. At least that is exactly how I believe it. Where there is good, there is most definitely bad. In this case, the creators of this technology are telling you, they're telling you, personally telling you, almost on a daily basis that humanity could be destroyed by AI. But yet, they move forward, full speed ahead, unabated, doesn't matter, right? Who cares? Really? So, you know that what you are doing is going to destroy all of us, but you do it anyway because you can. My God, the insanity of it all, and no one seems to be bothered by it. Oh, I forgot about that. Don't worry about it. They got it under control. Oh, really? Oh, yeah. I'll give you another example. The Large Hadron Collider project, right? Wow, what a breakthrough, scientific breakthrough. These mad scientists, this is a cult, people. These mad scientists have broken barriers already, in my opinion. There are stories about them opening up a portal, and it isn't a good thing. Some say that they opened up a portal to hell. Yes, it is a story, but I can't say 100% if it's true. But there's been a lot of crazy stuff happening. And if you look up, you see a lot of crazy things. Oh, man, that was gas. That was swamp gas. Yeah, that's it. Swamp gas. Oh, wait a second. That was just an anomaly. That's a weather anomaly. Well, don't look at that. Just guys, face over there and look over there. People, it's time, it's time to use our senses again. Okay. We're being bamboozled. Okay. However, you mess with things you don't know, sooner or later, you're going to get burned. And in this case, we're all toast. All right. I went off the, trail a little bit here, right? Because, it's important. Everything is important. But let's get back to brainwashing. Not to promote myself or try to sell my music downloads or whatever have you, but I had created a song called Masters of Minds. What an appropriate song, right? I mean, that says it all, okay? Which speaks to what is going on right now with mind control and how they are doing it. Okay? Yes, it is metal music, and so, it's a taste of music. But you know what? I believe the song is not bad to listen to. It's tolerable. It's not bad. It's got a nice melody, and, it's not one of those, really thrashy songs where, everything goes to hell. You know what I mean? Pardon the expression. You should take a listen to the words and take that to consideration regarding what I am talking about here. Maybe it'll connect a few dots for you. You can hear it by going to youtube.com/@Joey Niles, one word, JoeyNiles. Don't worry, it's free. You might be saying, hey, where's your proof? You're talking about this, that, and the other thing. Where's the proof? Okay. Hey, look, all right, fair question, right? But again, this is an opinion show, so we can all have our own opinions. And some people may speculate, some people may, but okay. I can read for you a review from NATO that was published. This is straight from the horse's mouth. Now, I don't know. Let's just take a little look-see, right? So let's go into here and read a couple of verses, see if we can get the gist of it, right? So, all right. So NATO review, all right, published, all right. Johns Hopkins University and Imperial College London, published May 20th, 2021. The Alliance faces a range of challenges in emerging domains of conflict. These domains can arise from the introduction of new and disruptive technologies. The domains of space and cyber, for an example, can come out of developments in rocket, satellite computing, telecommunications, and in internet working technologies. The increasingly widespread use of social media, social networking, social messaging, and mobile device technologies is now enabling a new domain, which is referred to as cognitive warfare. Now, let me stop right there for a second, okay? I'm not reading anymore, just for a second, all right? I'm going to read this again to you. This is coming from the horse's mouth. The increasingly widespread use of social media, Facebook, so on, X. I'm not knocking it, by the way, I'm not knocking the social media. I'm just saying social networking, social messaging, right? And mobile device technologies is now enabling a new domain, right? Cognitive warfare. Now, it's a real thing, people. Okay? It's a real thing. Let me keep reading. In cognitive warfare, the human mind becomes the battlefield. The aim is to change not only what people think, right? But how they think and act. Let me stop right there. All right? I'm not reading anymore. This is me now. All right. Remember, I told you thought, belief, emotions, action, right? Kinetic or vocal energy or both. It is being used as a weapon. Why? Because of all the brain studies they've made. Thank you, Mr. Obama. Okay? Let me read that again to you. In cognitive warfare, the human mind becomes a battlefield. Your mind is a battlefield. The aim is to change not only what people think, but how they think and act. And this thing is huge. I mean, this thing just keeps going down, and the more I read it, the more scared I get. So, this podcast is long enough, but I've read to you straight from the horse's mouth these things here. All right, I kid you not. Okay, all you have to do is go online and type in NATO review, cognitive warfare, and it'll probably pop up. Okay. So if you want to go ahead and check it out, okay? Now, people, in my opinion, mind control is a very real thing. Again, it's just my opinion, and you have the right to your own. However, all I ask is that you do an honest and non-biased research on the topic, right? Allow yourself to start critical thinking again. We don't critical think anymore. We don't know, we forgot how. I don't even think they teach that in colleges anymore. Take notes, put them into categories with tags if you have to. For Christ's sakes, come on now. Get with it. Follow the yellow brick road, and eventually you will reach a reasonable conclusion, closer to the truth than not. Okay? It's a real thing, people. I'm not making this stuff up. All right? Anyway, I hope that this episode will at least help you to get started on the quest for truth and freedom, because you know what? That's part of what our initiative is, right? The XY initiative. And on your quest to become more spiritual and connected with God. God is real. We just didn't pop out of nowhere. This is just my belief, though. Okay? But there is a God. There is a master creator. We're all creators. In one way or another. We're having an experience, people. We're all energy. Understand that. Let that sink in. Repeat to yourself, I am energy. And energy sometimes combines. Okay? I'm not a scientist, whatever, you know what I mean? I'm just telling you. Energy combines. Okay? Our spirit soul binds to the physical energy matter. And then through that, we're having an experience. Okay? Please don't forget, if you like, what you are hearing, find it interesting, we would appreciate some love, right? By passing it on. Like it, subscribe, we're available. Join our Tammy ACSS Discord server by visiting our website. This is the XY initiative, right? XY for the Human Race Initiative. We have to start thinking about the human race. There are other entities out there, and I'm not going to get into that, but believe me, it's real. Also, there is a link on the RSS.com for the invitation by hitting the website button. Website. Click, right? So just look up you can look up the name of the podcast on the RSS.com search. And make sure you search it, completely. Mind, body, and emotions is your world. and it should pop up, and you click on there, and then you hit the website thing, and you're in. All right. So, with that said, thanks for listening. Until the next time, this is Joe Aponte signing out. So long.
Thank you for tuning into the Mind, Body, and Emotions is Your World podcast show. Love what you heard? Then show us some love. Tap that like button. Share this episode. Whether it's one click or a shout out, your support fuels everything we do. We see you. We appreciate you. And we can't wait to have you back for the next vibe-packed episode. Until then, thank you for being part of the movement.